What's happening, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another video. It's a rare time to go live right now, but I've got a message that I really want to share with you guys. It's about 8:30 right now Eastern time, and I'm going to wait for some people to come in right now because I want to share with you guys a story, something that happened with me today that has me feeling discouraged, has me feeling like I want to quit and give up. And I'm sure that a lot of you folks who are watching right now can relate to this. Maybe you're starting an eBay business or an Amazon business, or you're thinking about quitting your job and you're trying to build something right now. You're trying to go after a goal, or you're trying to make something happen in your life that nobody else believes in. Maybe you don't even believe that you can do it, but you know that you need to do it, but you're getting so close to quitting and giving up. I want to share with you guys some insights right now and share with you guys a real life story, because it wasn't long ago, 6-7 years ago, I was working the 9-to-5 job. When I was 21, arrested, got thrown in jail. I was selling weed, and I remember making that phone call to my mom telling her that I was locked up, and I was in jail, and they put, a $225,000 bail on me for what I did. I could explain the circumstances if you guys really want, but, I know what it's like to be dead broke, be the biggest loser ever, and, you want the best for yourself, but you're having a hard time making it happen. And then when you go and you actually try to make something happen to turn your life around, it's hard and you feel like quitting. And I just want to share and shed some insight and light on this. So if you guys are watching live right now, drop a comment down below. I know I'm being a little vague right now, but I'm going to drop some real nice knowledge on you guys right now. So I want to know who's watching right now. Where are you from right now? I'm in Connecticut. Who do we got in the house watching live? Let me scroll through some of the comments. We got Thrift Store Gold. Oleg, that was back when weed was illegal. Now it's pretty much legal everywhere. We got Missouri in the house. We got Leah Acres, Florida, California, Pennsylvania, UK. I want to know what's one thing, and I'm going to get into this story and the point I'm trying to make. What's one thing that you're trying to make happen right now in your life, and it's just so hard? You're going after it with everything that you have. You think about it all the time. You want to make it happen, right? What is it? Is it a weight loss journey? Is it building a business? Is it hitting a certain income goal? What is that one thing that you are trying to make happen so hard, but you're just challenged with it? Hey, Bobby, what's going on with the $9.99 chat? Appreciate you. Thanks so much for the support. Pennsylvania in the house. Bobby Flippin'. What's going on, Bobby? What's that one thing? Amanda says getting out of debt. I'm going to share with you guys something that I'm going after right now, and it's going to blow your mind. If you guys haven't been following me on Instagram, then you probably don't know. But I have a lot of goals, but one goal that I'm going after right now is I'm trying to learn salsa dancing. I'm trying to learn salsa dancing. And you might be thinking to yourself, Steve, what the freak is wrong with you? You want to learn salsa dancing? Yes, I want to learn salsa dancing because I'm the whitest son of a gun you will ever meet. I've got no rhythm, no dance moves. I mean, I could freestyle rap, but with my body, I've got no rhythm with music. It's so far outside my comfort zone. It makes me so nervous. I honestly think I have 2 left feet. And when I get on a dance floor, I am so uncomfortable, so uncomfortable. So I've been practicing for the last month, and I want to share with you what happened today. So I was practicing for about 2.5 weeks. About a week and a half ago, I joined classes. And today, when I was going through the motions of learning, have you ever tried to learn something new and you just can't get it, right? Maybe it's listing on eBay, or maybe it's sourcing, or maybe it's, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's bookkeeping or taxes, but someone shows you how to do it. They tell you how to do it. They throw it in front of your face, but you just don't get it. And today, when I was practicing salsa in a group of about 16 people, I was the only person who couldn't understand it and couldn't get it, and we're all on the same level. And my teacher literally plucked me out and put me down into the beginner's class, the super duper beginner's class. And I felt so discouraged. I felt so bad for myself. I thought to myself, wow, this just proves I'm stupid. This just proves, you know, everyone else is right, that you're not going to be able to do this and that. And it's these bullshit stories that keep coming up and holding us back that are not true. In order to be successful, you don't have to be the fastest learner. You don't have to scale your business from 0 to 500 or from 500 to 10,000 the fastest. It's not a race against everybody else. And that's what I'm saying to myself right now, because I'm discouraged. I feel like I want to quit. I feel like I want to give up. It was a little humiliating. It was embarrassing. Everybody else advanced but me. I was the only person in that class that couldn't understand these moves. Could have been because I'm sick, probably not the sharpest that I could be right now. But at any rate, this is something that I want you guys to think about in your life right now. What is something that you're going after? Maybe the weight just won't fall off. Maybe you just can't seem to get it with your diet. Maybe you just keep giving up walking. Maybe it's just there's something that you're going after, and for some reason, you just don't get it. But let me ask you guys a question right now. And I want to shout out my good friend Andrew Bedford. Great quote right here. I don't know if he made this up. What's the alternative? I want to ask you right now, if you're wanting to quit your job, if you want to build a business, if you want to have your freedom, if you want to learn salsa, if you want to get in the best shape of your life, if you want to get out of a horrible toxic relationship, let me ask you the question. What would you rather experience? The humiliation, the discomfort, the pain of growing, or being stuck in the same place that you are today? Because guess what? 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 36 months, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years is going to pass. And the only thing that's going to be different is based upon what you decide to do. Do you decide to change, or do you just say, you know what? I can't deal with the pain. I can't deal with the humiliation. Are you going to keep telling yourself that story that I'm not good enough, that I'm not smart enough, that I'm not going to be able to do this, that my mom was right, that my dad was right, that the people on YouTube were right? The stories in our head control our life. The self-talk, the way that we talk about ourselves, the state that we're in has such a huge impact in terms of the results that we get. So I want to shed this message and share this message with you guys to let you know you're going to feel discouraged. I'm super discouraged right now. You're going to feel down. You're going to feel like quitting. You're going to feel like you're not smart enough. You're going to feel like you're not good enough. But guess what? That is not going to define you. What's going to define you is the meaning that you attach to the stories that you're telling yourself, or the stories that other people are saying to you. What meaning are you going to give to it? Right now, I have two decisions. In terms of salsa, I could say to myself, everybody else is right. This is stupid. Why am I trying to learn salsa dancing? I'm not good enough. I don't know how to move my body. I should just give up now and stop looking like an idiot. I could say that and attach the meaning, and then I'll quit. Or I'm just freestyling this right now. I can say to myself, you want to know what? The best things in life come from discomfort and pain. The best things in life come from when you suck at something and you're doing shitty and you can't figure it out and everyone's against you, and then you finally break through. Maybe I could say to myself, maybe I could have the story to myself, you want to know what? Maybe at that next class, I meet somebody who shares a technique with me that absolutely changes everything. What's the story that you're going to tell yourself? Embrace the suck. We got BFG for days in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see ya. We're all going to go through highs and lows. When things are selling in your eBay store, when you're finding a shitload of stuff at the thrift store, when things are moving, when sales are flowing, when everything's going great, you got great feedback going on. Your employees are listing everything. Everything's going great. It's easy as a mofo to be doing well. Your character is not defined when things are going well. Your character is defined when shit starts to hit the fan, when things start to go wrong, when your plan doesn't go according. What happens when you have a game plan and all of a sudden you start veering off course? Something happens, there's a death in the family, or maybe you get sick, or you hit a cold, or you go to a salsa class and all of a sudden you're lost. You look like a deer in headlights. I look like a freaking idiot. What are you going to do when things start going wrong? What are you going to do when you get that negative feedback? What are you going to do when you get that return? What are you going to do when all of a sudden your car breaks down and now the $3,000 that you saved up in your eBay business, you've got to go and spend it on the car, and now you're back to square one, and you say to yourself, why? What's the purpose of this? When things start going wrong, that's when our true character is defined. And I think back over my life, and I think back in terms of when I had my breakthroughs with my health, when I had breakthroughs in my business, when I had breakthroughs in relationships, fitness. It's those times that I just keep pushing forward, right? It's those times that I don't give up. It's those times I embrace the suck. It's those times I embrace the discomfort. You know, Tony Robbins, he talks a lot about psychology. And a lot of people get caught up in terms of the strategy, right? A lot of you guys want to grow your eBay business. You want to make more money. And we're all thinking about strategies, right? Strategies. What's the best item? Where's the best thrift store to go to? Private label or wholesale? Strategy doesn't mean anything if you don't get control of your psychology, because you could be the smartest guy in the room, but you might not follow through. You might not take action, and you might be soft. You just might be soft. And in order to be an entrepreneur or to learn anything substantial, especially if you suck at it, you got to be hard as a rock. You got to be able to fight through it, right? So Joey Crane is saying you work through it. It's hard, yet you just do it one day at a time. So, sorry, I have a cold and my throat is pretty dry, but I want you guys to think about your life right now. 2020 is coming around the corner. Before you know it, it's going to be Christmas time. That's going to pass. It's going to be New Year's, and it's going to be 2020. And before you know it, it's going to be 2021. A year's going to go by. What are you going to do in 2020? You're going to keep doing the same old thing, same old story, blaming other people, right? Allowing yourself to fall back in your old patterns. Oh, it's okay, Steve. You know, I don't have to work out because my neck hurts, or, you know, I don't have to attack and crush these business goals because I'm comfortable now. What stories are you going to keep telling yourself? What bullshit are you going to allow yourself to keep believing? Because you know what? We're so much more powerful than we believe. There's so many more people. There's so much more that we could contribute to people. There's such a bigger difference and impact that we can make in this world. There's so much more money that we can make. There's so much more impact that we can make. There's so much more health that we could feel. But the only question is, are you willing to go through it? Are you willing to make it happen? Psychology is so important with all this stuff. Fashion mysteries talking about Y2K. I remember that when it was 2000. I was listening to, I think it was Savage Garden. It was a song. I forgot what song it was, but I was dancing around in my pajamas. I must have been, well, 2000. It's 2019, so I'm 19. So I must have been like 12 or 13 years old. I still remember that. That was funny. But I want to know, what's the one thing you guys want to accomplish in 2020? What's the one thing you guys want to accomplish in 2020? I'll tell you guys what my 3 biggest goals are. I'll tell you my 4 biggest goals, okay? Number 1, no particular order, is I want to have 165-pound, 12% body fat, high energy, healthy, strong, muscular physique. I'm at about 180 pounds right now. That's my health goal. My business, I want to do $1 million in sales, hit $400,000 in profit. That's going to be through eBay and Amazon selling, but a lot of that's going to come from affiliate marketing, YouTube, and products and services I'm going to create. Number 3, I want to attract and build an amazing relationship, attract the woman of my dreams into my life, someone who shares a lot of the same values that I do, have a lot of common interests, and just be able to enjoy life with a special person. And then 4th, so let me see, fourth was salsa. I want to become really good at salsa. Really good compared to where I am. Not really good compared to Romer, not really good compared to my instructor, not really good compared to what you see on TV, but I want to practice salsa every single day, but at least go to 2 to 3 salsa lessons, classes, and socials during the week. So those are my big 4 right there. Salsa, $1 million in sales, attract the woman of my dreams into my life, 165-pound, 12% body fat body. So I was in a relationship before. I ended up getting out of that relationship about a little over a month ago. So just been dating and kind of going from there. But those are the 4 big goals. I want to know what your guys' goals are. Fashions of Mystery says, I've got too many irons in the fire. I need to refine my process and not be so overwhelmed. So yeah, I just got off the phone with my my coach. So I hired a coach, and one of the biggest things that he mentioned on the call is, he says, Steve, do you want to be a dabbler or do you want to be a master? One of the biggest challenges that I've had over the last 6-7 years, just in life in general, just based on my personality, is chasing the next shiny object. And if you're always, like, for example, if you're going to plant a tree, you're either going to plant that tree and focus on it and water it and nurture it and let it grow, or you're going to keep taking that tree, pulling the roots out and planting it somewhere else, and then pulling the roots out and planting it somewhere else. If you want that tree to grow, if you want those results to come about, if you want to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you've got to focus in on something long enough to be able to enjoy those results. So for the people out there who've got their hand in a million cookie jars, I'd really recommend pulling back and building out 1 or 2 major goals per each area of your life. You know, business, finances, relationships, fun, lifestyle, travel, education, different things like that. Oopsies. Trying to start a chicken farm. That sounds interesting. What's going on, Mark? Trying to scroll through. Ha, Swift seller. What do you do when you have negative feedback and it doesn't get removed by eBay? Sometimes it sticks. Other times it'll just get removed randomly, I found. But I would just keep calling eBay. I would just keep calling eBay and try to get a person who will remove it. Diversify and experiment until you find what works. Kilroy just said in the comments right now. You never really know what's going to work. You've got to try different things. You've got to experiment. You've got to take a shot, take a risk every now and then. I didn't think I was going to like salsa dancing. I did it because I saw Romer doing it and he was meeting a bunch of cool people. It boosted his confidence. It was something positive and healthy to do. And I started doing it because I just saw how happy it was making him. And I didn't think I was really going to enjoy it, but I was up for the challenge. And now I'm actually starting to enjoy it, even though I'm having my setbacks. Steven says, your warehouse rent is $750 a month or $7,500? It's $750. No, it's not $7,500. It's only 1,250 square feet. Well, Romer's really confident right now. If you guys don't know Romer the Romer, check him out. He's a young guy, 24, good looking, ripped. I mean, you'd think he wouldn't need the confidence, but he wasn't always that confident. And I think wrestling and especially salsa, when it came to like meeting people and being extroverted, I think that helped a lot. Salsa is very intimate. It's very, you know, the male is the lead typically when you're doing salsa. So it teaches you to think quick on your feet. It teaches you to be a leader. It teaches you to, you know, take care of business in a sense. That's why I like salsa. Salsa's really cool. It's healthy, keeps you fit. It's great exercise. I feel like it really teaches you to become a man in a sense. Being that leader, being that person who's just, you know, you got to make it happen, right? If you're not making it happen, that dance is going to be bad. And it's just, it's deep. It runs deep, that sport. I'm telling you, it's humbling as a mofo. Can't even say it enough. Eric says, and sorry guys, I keep coughing. I'm literally, I've been plowing down these cough drops. Hey Steve, finally caught you live. Must be a sign since I've been feeling lost lately. Keep doing what you're doing and always appreciate the wisdom you drop. Hey, Eric, I appreciate that. And, you know, that's part of the journey. It's part of the journey in life is you're going to feel lost. Sometimes you're going to feel like, why am I doing this? What's the point? And those are the times that we really need to take a step back, and be by ourselves, meditate, walk, listen to music that inspires us, and start asking ourselves questions like, why do I want to start a business? What's my life going to be like if I don't start a business? What type of impact could I make building a business? What's my life going to look like in 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years if I stay at this dead-end job? How are my happiness levels going to look? What's my future wife? How's she going to feel when I can't take her on vacation because I'm locked in a cubicle all day long and I only get 1 week off a year, right? Or, you know, how am I going to feel knowing that my life is probably going to stay the same if I don't take this risk, right? You got to ask yourself questions, right? That's one of the keys to life that I found is ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions because a lot of times we just focus on negative things and we feel bad, right? Focusing on, like I said, not understanding salsa, focusing on, I could picture it, the image of my instructor saying, go down to the beginner class. You know, I could picture the look on the faces of the other women and males who were there saying, wow, probably thinking like, wow, he couldn't handle it. You know, you could focus on that, or you could shift the story. You could shift the story. Is selling books on Amazon still worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you got to think outside the box. Thrift stores are getting harder and harder. Pocket Profit, what's going on? Just get started chipping away at it. Don't get overwhelmed with the whole picture. Yeah, a lot of times we got to take into context where we are. That's one of the downsides of social media is we watch these YouTubers who are starting or who have successful eBay businesses, Amazon businesses, you know, all the YouTube ads making $10, $20, $30, $50,000 a month. And we think to ourselves, shit, I could barely make $500. I must be stupid. I must not be smart enough. And the truth is, at the end of the day, most people who are successful have failed the most. They've gone through so many trials and tribulations. They've practiced. They've gotten up and they've gotten knocked down. But you want to know what? Those people, those role models that you look up to, even some of you guys might look up to me and say, wow, you know, I want to quit my job. Steve's been running his own business for 6 years, right? Steve's been doing $10, $20, $30,000 a month. He built this YouTube channel, this and that. He lost the weight. He quit smoking cigarettes. But here's the thing. It didn't happen overnight. A lot of these things took 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and I'm still growing. And as you can see in this video, I'm still going through my ups and downs. But you want to know what? It's not the ups and downs that define you. It's when you're down, do you get back up again? Because if you get back up again, you're going to start going back up. But if you give up, if you stop practicing, if you stop listening, if you stop going to the thrift store, that's when you sink below. You can't even see what's going on anymore. You're a nobody. You're not even on the surface anymore. I'd rather be up here, up and down. At least I'm a person. But once you give up, you might as well be, you're essentially dead. You've killed your dreams. I think meditation is very good advice. I think a lot of us struggle to allow ourselves to be happy. We get so used to the feeling of not being happy. Yeah, one of the biggest struggles that I've dealt with is and I still do it, I achieve to be happy instead of happily achieve. Think about that for a second. Do you have a story in your head that says, the only way that I could be happy is if I achieve something, if I have a certain amount of sales, if I do something, I could be happy? Or do you say to yourself, you know what? I'm happy because I love myself. I'm going after it. I'm making it happen. I'm so grateful. And I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to achieve. So you're happily achieving, or you're achieving to be happy. There's a big difference because a lot of us, we don't feel happy because we say to ourselves, we've got to be making $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month or $30,000 a month. But what if you change that up? You say to yourself, you know what? I'm so grateful and happy to be alive. I'm so grateful to even have the knowledge of Amazon FBA and selling books. I can't believe Scout IQ is a thing. And I get these scanners. I go to the thrift store and start scanning, right? That's awesome. You're grateful. And you say, you know what? I'm so happy to just even know about this. How many people right now do you think, how many people are in America? Let me ask you guys a question. Somebody do a a Google search. How many people live in America? I'm gonna wait a second, clear up this throat. How many people live in America? I have no idea. A billion? I don't know. I have no idea. 365 million people. That's what Kevin P said. 365 million people. We're going to take that answer. Out of all those people, how many of those out of 365 million, how many do you think are working a job that probably doesn't pay that good and they're miserable and they hate it? Out of 365 million, I don't know, let's just throw out a random number. What, 50 million maybe, 100? How many do you think are miserable, hate their work, and don't make a lot of money? How many people? 50 million maybe? I'm optimistic. Flip your dollars saying 364 million. 365 million, 150 million. Let's just say half. Let's say half. Let's just round it down to 150 million people. So let's say there's 150 million people in the United States now who probably don't like their job, they're not fulfilled, and they're probably not making as much money as they want. They're probably making less than like $50,000 a year or something. I don't know, I'm just making up numbers. Out of those 150 million people, how many of those people even know that selling on eBay, Amazon, wholesale, private label, YouTube videos, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, Kindle publishing, merch by Amazon, out of how many of those people even know that this world exists and believe that you can actually make money from it? Because you guys all know, you can make a full-time income selling on eBay, Amazon FBA, flipping books, merch by Amazon, YouTube. Out of those 150 million people, what, maybe a million people, I'm guessing? Very few people know, even though a lot of people have the mindset that, oh, there's too many sellers, there's not enough to go around. That's all bullshit. That's a story in your head. That's your own story. And until you stop believing that story, your results aren't going to change. Now, our thrift store is becoming more competitive. Is it getting harder? Is it getting more challenging? Yes. Doesn't mean you're not going to have to adapt. But what if every single day you were so happy and grateful because you were one of the 1%ers who even know about reselling, eBay, Amazon. You're connected with this community on YouTube and Facebook who shares everything, mostly for free. Imagine how grateful you can be every morning if you came from that mindset and you said to yourself, you want to know what? I'm going to happily achieve. I'm not going to achieve to be happy, but I'm going to happily achieve because I'm so happy and grateful that I know about this opportunity, and I'm not like the other 140 million people who feel stuck and trapped, hamster on a wheel, running in place. Imagine if you came from that place every single day and you said to yourself, I don't give a shit about the next guy or the next girl making $5, $10, $20, $50,000. I made $10 this month, and you want to know what? Next month I'm going to make 100. Then I'm going to make 1,000. And you slowly, right, up and down, returns, issues, you learn, different things are happening. But if you keep going, you keep pushing yourself, imagine how cool it would be to just happily achieve and happily improve. And every single month, or maybe every quarter, you're slowly getting better. You're slowly improving. Imagine how awesome life would be. I believe that happiness is strongly correlated to growth. I don't think you have to make the most money to be happy. I don't think you have to have the most chiseled body. I don't think you have to be whatever society wants you to be or what is cool. I honestly and truly believe that regardless where you are on the scale of your finances, the scale of your body and your fitness and your health, wherever you are, happiness is so strongly correlated to you and your outcome, making sure that you're moving towards it. If you're growing, if you're going towards it, even if you're failing, but you know you're going towards it, that's happiness. I'm dying. But yeah, that was a long 30-minute video. Hopefully you guys found value in this video. I'm gonna go relax for a little bit, but I just want to be 100% honest and transparent with you. I was sharing my salsa experience and being discouraged and wanting to quit and give up But I want to leave you with this one question, guys and gals. What's the alternative? Andrew Bedford, I appreciate that. It's a good line. What's the alternative? Am I going to give up, quit salsa dancing, and then what? Look like an idiot to everyone else? My subconscious, my brain ain't going to forget about that. And then when I go to take on a relationship or take on a new business deal or a new project, my brain's going to say it's okay to quit. It's okay to give up. No, screw that. I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting, and you better not quit or give up either. If shit's hard right now in your life, embrace it. Do not give up. You can see your muscles. When you train them and you push them, they get stronger. We have a tendency in this world and society that we live in is if we can't see it, then it's not real. That's not true. Your mind is a muscle as well. And the more that you push past challenges and obstacles in your life and you do things that you don't feel like doing, and you overcome obstacles that you don't feel like or you don't think that you could accomplish and you do, you definitely get stronger. So with that being said, keep on picking and making that money, and I'll see you in the next one. Smash that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go drink some hot tea. Peace.